you have experienced some great adversities, and obviously the whole world's been through, and a lot of people still are going through some very difficult times. And I guess I wanted to hear about what you've been through, because it was brain cancer, which happened at this. Was that when you started the business, or?
Yeah, just after we sort of started the business, I fell sick with it was actually a really rare sinus cancer that went into my brain. That whole process taught me a lot of things because I'd been through a bit of adversity earlier, 10 odd years ago as well. I'd broken my neck as well. So, and these two, they're very, very life-defining moments, right? And like we were talking about before we started the podcast, it was my own little mini COVID. And I sort of look at COVID, the way, like en masse of what happened to me is that we all sort of, when COVID hit, we all supported each other. Like we're going through this together. This is really bad. We don't know what's in front of us. Are we going to die? Is it, like what's in front of us? We don't know. But as an individual, when you're going through that, you really do rely on your support network. You go through this adversity and your wife, your partner, your kids, your mum, your dad, they just sort of really support you and really give you a platform that you can start to heal from and better yourself from. And because every day you're sort of thinking, God, is it going to come back? And that's frightening, still frightening to me today. And that's what drives me. Everyone goes, oh, how come you didn't slow down after that? You go, well, because I don't know how long I'm going to be here for. I've actually sped up. So, there's so much more I want to achieve in my life. There's so much more I want to get out of life, and I want it to happen now. And I want everyone to come with me and enjoy it at the same time. Sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes it's not always happy, but I can see the goals. I can see the objectives far clearer today than before I was diagnosed. And that clarity is, I believe, my superpower. It's something that I can, I don't stop. I'm very motivated. I'm very excited about, what's next. Adversity, we all face it, some more than others. But being vulnerable, being open and being honest with yourself about those particular worries and concerns and fears is actually okay. And don't be naive, I think, is that, prepare for the worst. Like there is something around the corner. And it really is, it's either going to be good or it's going to be bad. Like that's just life. And I think that having that as an open sort of thought process in your brain, sort of saying, well, if it does go bad, what do I do? Do I have the right income protection insurance? Do I have the right insurances in place? Do I have the right network if I need it? What happens if I can't go to work? Who's going to do my work for me? And having that sort of, that's a very common thing in business. But as a startup or as a smaller business, you don't have that same depth of resource at your avail, right? So you do need to think a little bit differently, and you do need to, I was very lucky. I had Greg as a business partner who really helped a lot and took a hell of a lot on for me during that particular time. And that probably also changed the course of his life as well, right? And he had nothing to do with it. He just happened to, be in business with me. Everyone's got a story. It's how you deal with it is how you're respected for it. And it's a daily thing, right? Like it's, some days you're okay with it, some days you're not. And I think that's where, you really, your support group helps you get on that journey as well.